What's up, YouTube? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now, I already dropped a video. I'm sure y'all been watching a lot of videos pertaining to Ceddy Nash being on the news and whatnot. But this morning, I stumbled across this video that Hoodie dropped speaking on the situation. Now, I ain't watch it yet, so I'm gonna watch it for the first time with y'all. We're gonna do our little, give our reaction, and y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in them comments. Let's rock and roll.
Recently, over the past couple of days, there has been footage that surfaced of Ceddy Nash giving a statement with the news, the news reporters or something like that after a crime had taken place. I don't know when this was. It probably 10 years ago, probably longer. I don't know. I know he was grown for sure. For those who don't know who Ceddy Nash is, he got a big platform. I tune in from time to time. I follow him on IG. I can't say I have a close relationship with him, but he always been cordial and respectful with me. However, with that being said, we already saw that when it comes to this type of lifestyle and these rules and all that, we not sparing nobody. I fell back from Esbone, who I actually had a relationship with, because I felt like the way he had went about certain things was going against the code.
And if y'all really don't keep up with Hoodie Hood, what he's saying is, he's from San Diego, S-Bone is from Los Angeles, but they got a common situation based upon they come from the same section, but just in San Diego and in Los Angeles, and he was very tight with him. However, S-Bone has started making dealings and choices to interact with a person like Cowboy. Feel me? Hoodie Hood ain't really a fan of Cowboy choices that he been making, pertaining to the whole Nipsey Hussle situation and so on, right? So if y'all don't know that, then that's just what he's speaking on. Once S-Bone starts sitting, I think the podcast is nothing from nothing to something podcast. And stuff like that, and S-Bone taking pictures with Cowboy and so on. So how Hoodie Hood wasn't feeling that, and he pretty much put a distance between that with S-Bone. So he going down the path of explaining on how he gonna interact with Ceddy Nash pertaining to the future.
Not keeping it 100. So with that being said, this is no different. I had seen the video had got sent to me. Shout out to Smut Free TV. Not only just cuz, but the video had got sent to me. Shout out to Smut Free TV. Not only just cuz, but a couple people had asked me about it. What is my thoughts on that? It's top of the line, out of line. There ain't no way around it, homie. I've seen 1090J come out with the paperwork or whatever. His statement, I guess, is not in there. It wasn't used in the trial. All that is cool. All right, you could get around the technicalities and all that. That's cool, homie. My point is this: why would you wanna?
And before he break down what he want to speak on, I want to touch on that a little bit more too, because I don't think I touched on it enough from a more serious or streeter perspective with my video about it. But it's like he said, with the technicalities and all that, trying to be the paperwork and did you put somebody in jail? It ain't always about that, homie. It's always about the code of ethics. It's just about having some honor. It's just about not having a flag on the play, and everything that symbolized on what Ceddy Nash did was a flag on the play. Now, you might have been doing that shit for clout. You might have been doing that to help your friend. You might have been thinking it's funny. You might have not been thinking that it was serious. But instead of owning up to that and saying that you know you was wrong and you know you would never do that or whatever, I don't know, in the future, that will come off a lot more better than you guys always trying to make these putting up this defense. And it's like you just can't defend certain things because no matter how you put it, that was a weird way to go about things. You know what I mean? If you supposed to be a street guy, gang culture, whatever you supposed to call yourself, if you be bashing people when it comes to the street stuff, speaking about the street stuff, acting like you uplift the street stuff, calling yourself a Crip or a Blood, whatever, it's just certain stuff that you're gonna get ridiculed about. You just gotta take what come with it when you want to do it. It's not about like, oh yeah, Ceddy Nash is in somebody's paperwork. Oh, Ceddy Nash stuff wasn't used against somebody. It's about Ceddy Nash making comments pertaining to a crime that he alleged witnessed or didn't witness or whatever, or he overheard or however it went. It's just certain people, when you come from a certain cloth, you just don't really do those type of things, you know? You don't never want your face talking about you witness something or on the news or whatever, you know? So, and that's what I be like getting tired of sometimes. It's like y'all be so much trying to be the top journalist, top YouTuber, then want to also be the most respected person in the streets. And, you know, at one point, those two things just don't align to where you gonna come up short in one of those things, you know, and just take that and accept that for that, you know, pick and choose which one you want to be great at. A lot of people channels ain't gonna just go out the roof because they carry themselves a certain way. Even I feel like with myself. But when y'all want to be supreme and great YouTubers and journalists behind, you know, walking that real thin line on trying to be a civilian or a street guy, that's what y'all do. But, you know, accept that when stuff get called out, like, you know, when shit get exposed.
Fuck with somebody who gave a statement on the news of an account of a crime that took place. I'm trying to figure out his mindset and why he even gave that statement in the first place. Like, what made you say, I'm about to tell the news reporters what I heard when this crime allegedly took place? You gotta question that. For sure, the man was grown. Wasn't like he was no kid, and even still, when you were part of this lifestyle, that's just some shit that you don't do, homie. I remember when we was kids, homie, and we'd see like certain shit, we'd see like a news report, and we'd go over there and they'd be like, did you see anything? We'd be like, yeah, and we'd start giving the homies shout outs and banging and doing stupid shit. Obviously they didn't use that type of shit. They probably wasn't even live when they was doing that, you know what I mean? Just trying to see what we was gonna do. We young kids like, yeah, I seen it. Oh yeah, shout out to the homies over and little dumb shit. But bro, you really went over there and you told them exactly what you heard, whether they used it in the case or not, homie. You was genuinely going over there to provide your testimony to something that happened. Whether they used it or not, bro, that's out of line. That's foul ball, bro. Period. I don't care. And now he's from a different section. They could choose to deal with that, how they deal with it. They could turn the other cheek. They could X him. They could whoop him. They could do whatever they do. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just saying, if you was to do that in my section, and I'm talking about San Diego specifically, I know the homies in LA, they do their thing, but I'm more familiar with my section. So I can only speak on the folks in San Diego and how we operate. That right there, you at least getting your ass whooped, if not X'd out, bro. Period. You for sure gonna have to line it up. That right there.
And you know that's real. Like, you know, a lot of people gonna have to watch themselves now when it comes to dealing with Ceddy Nash, because that's gonna show what kind of person you are. Like what you willing to accept, what you willing to allow, what you might condone, what you agreeing with. These is things that's like people gonna be, you know, looking at. Like, you gotta watch that, man. It ain't about just because a person got clout. I know a lot of people can grab some clout when it comes to messing with a person like Ceddy Nash. But when you say you represent this code and this honor, you gotta make sure you standing for your code and your honor. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody gotta eat, but I don't think the meal is over your morals. You know what I'm saying? Don't put no meals over your morals, man. Whether it's just, no matter what it is, however you want to eat. Money, food itself, don't put the meal over your morals.
That ain't cool, homie. And like I said, nigga looked like he was in his mid-20s at least when that happened. So, I don't know if he was from 60s at that time. I don't know if he was from the Manors or whatever. Because I know he had a viral video back in the days, like a Crip anthem video. So you've been on this Crip shit, homie. He didn't appear to be cripping in that video, because that's not how cripping get down. But I don't know, homie. I don't care to know. There's absolutely no reason why you should be.
And I'm glad that Hoodie Hood said that, because, for the few times that I have spoke on Ceddy Nash, that's what I always say. It's like you want to act like you a face of some cripping, or you be trying to act like cuz this or crip that, but you really not a great representation. You like to do what Ceddy Nash do. You don't represent the Crips well. I don't think you represent anything that you say you're a part of very well. But that's for them to choose. If they agree to, rock with you, then they choose to do it.
Telling the news reporters what you heard when it comes to a crime, bro. Period. Motherfuckers could, well, is it in the paperwork?
And I want to say that too. Like, okay, so your whole thing about it not being wrong because it's not being used in court or whatever, not in paperwork and all this and this and that, right? But you just don't even feel wrong about what you did at all. It's like, what would you say if they did use that in the court and all in the paperwork? Like, would you just own up to it then? Like, what would you say? It's weird.
Didn't use it in trap, bro. What was your mindset when you went over there and made that little statement to the news about what you heard, homie? What was the point of that? And like I said, and motherfuckers could be like, oh, well, he wasn't banging. Let's say he wasn't banging. Well, what age did he start banging? Because that was a grown-ass man giving his account of a crime that allegedly happened that he allegedly witnessed. So y'all could say, oh, this dude, he didn't tell. That's cool. All right, whatever. He didn't tell. If y'all choose to believe that. My point is, the mentality of an individual who's supposed to be cut from a certain cloth and repping a certain lifestyle as a grown man was looking like what's that shit called? Damn, homie, what's that shit called? A good Samaritan. Boom, good Samaritan. It appeared as if you was trying to solve a crime on some shit that had nothing to do with you. You was just somewhere around, heard a little bit, and you was hoping in your mind that information could have been helpful to the investigation. There's no other way to slice it, homie. There ain't no other way to slice what you did, bro. There's no way you went over there with the intentions of keeping it solid, but you're gonna tell them what you heard. It just don't add up, bro.
Oh, that was a good way to put it, because, that was well spoken right there. Like, that's true. Like, what was your intentions? Like, you couldn't have been trying to make sure you keep everything solid, mind your business, not hurt nobody else's case or whatever they dealing with, because you would have just not involved yourself at all. It's like, all of this for what, 5 minutes of fame? Like, I really want to know where his mind was at as well. Like, what was your intentions? Explain what like.
So, yeah, like I said, I ain't gonna take up too much of your time, homie. I'm not looking for no back and forth. I'm not looking for none of that on 40 Crip. The girl Jalik or Jalise from Sacramento, she been on this helmet. I don't really know. She said he told on his brother or some shit like that. I don't know, homie. I haven't really looked that much into it. Honestly, the girl is entertaining. I think she funny. So I watch the shit, but I take it with a grain of salt. But that shit right there, I seen with my own eyes. That's not cool. Ain't no, you could have reached out. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool off all that, homie. I'm cool off associating with niggas who do shit like that. That's just how I feel about it. Y'all could make up the.
And I ride with Hoodie on that one. Like, y'all gotta stop doing all that. Break the rules, break the code, do weird stuff publicly, and then want somebody to try to, like, get at you behind closed door about it. Like, nah, like, it's certain things that you can get at a person behind closed door about it. Like, you know, you might have made a mistake. But then when it's like, when you having all that misconduct and all that going on, take that L how you take it, man. Cause you know, you didn't have no problem broadcasting yourself on that channel news. You know what I mean? You didn't have no problem, so don't have no problem now when a person getting at you on a little regular little news channel. You know, I mean, YouTube channel. You on a broad station somewhere talking about somebody else's business and not keeping it solid. So
Excuses all y'all want to. That was out of line. Nigga at least need a DP for that. That's what I'm saying. In my section, that's at least a DP. If not, you getting X'd out and put off in general, homie. So, I don't know what they gonna do over there. Not my business. But, yeah, this your boy Hoodie.
That was pretty much it, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me. Don't forget to let me know how y'all feel about it in them comments. Keep it a Benji for me. If not, don't jump in them. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm out.